Yo, what's good with you? In today's video, I got the how to make a tower defense game part 3. This part 3 will cover placements. It'll cover I don't even know what you really would call it, but like you guys know how like when you teleport to like in a tower defense game, you know how when you like teleport to like one of the maps and then you have like a little kind of like pathway set up for like the NPCs to move and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna set that pathway up and I'm gonna create placement and stuff. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get straight into that. If you didn't watch part 1 and part 2, go watch those. As you can see, clearly I have a lot of stuff made, so go watch part 1 and part 2. Thank you guys for all the love and support on the channel and stuff. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for 9,000 subscribers and stuff. We're close to 10K list. You know, let's keep running it up. You guys been showing the channel lots of love and support. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna just apologize ahead of time. It's, as you can see, 3 in the morning. I spent the entire, well, not the entire day, but like I spent a good amount of the day trying to figure this out, and I finally got it. So I'm just gonna record a video. But anyway, I apologize if I sound tired or anything, but yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay, so we don't actually have that much stuff to do in our original place, right? We could call this like our lobby. We don't have much to really do here and stuff because we're gonna move to our our second place in a second, which I'll get into that. But yeah, okay. So what we want to first do, of course, is open up the core script, the local core script. We only actually have 2 changes to do, right? So I want to go right here, right? Enter. I want to be right above the text right before we change it back to nothing. We're going to say core events fire server in quotation marks. We're going to say unit change, right? And comma quotation marks for this is unequipped, and then comma v2 text. We want to send over the name of the unit. Now, if you don't understand what we just did, so we're going to fire the remote event to the server for an event to call on an event named unit change. What this pretty much means is that we're keeping track of what units the player has equipped, right? Like, you know how like we made in part 2, we made it so that like it displays right here, but I needed to also kind of save so that like the data is sent over to when the player teleports to go fight, to go put or go send their units to fight. I need that data to be sent over so we know, okay, the player has these units equipped. These are the units that the player is going to be using to fight the enemy, you know? So that's what we're just making sure of that. So we're going to have our unequipped, which, you know, if you deselect the unit and stuff, then, or like if you take it out of your hotbar, then it's unequipped. When you have it in your hotbar, it's equipped. So we would come down here and do the vice versa. So the whole point is we want to fire the remote event when the text is sent to the name of the unit. Hence why we fire the remote event prior to us setting the text back to default text. But since we're just now setting the text here to the name of the unit, we wanted to go after. So we're going to do core event, same thing. Let's really just copy and paste to save ourselves some time. So just Control C, Control V, event type stays the same. Literally just delete the UN and then make it capital E. And then and then also change the V2 to V3, right? And then yeah, that's literally all we have to do on the local script. We can then open up the server script. So core script server, we actually want to make some changes. So I know I said in the first video that we could set these values to whatever, but clearly since I changed the system, this isn't gonna work. The way I'm gonna do it is that whatever unit unit in the own units folder, whatever unit, I don't even know how to say this. Okay, so you guys know how we have our own units folder, right? And then we have our own unit values, right? So whatever own unit value is set to true, that means it is currently equipped. So obviously by default, we want these to be set to false, not true. So you simply just want to change these from true to false. Boom, right? Then I'm going to go down here and create, or actually I'm going to keep scrolling, actually go down here and stuff and click this arrow right here. Boom, we're going to create our second event. So enter, then else if event type is equal to, in quotation marks, you're going to put unit change. So unit change, enter, right? And then I actually need to add something. So after arg1, I'm going to put comma arg2, because remember we sent over the name of the event, kind of like you could say a sub event, because it's, you know, an event in an event, right? And then the name of the unit. So yeah, so argument number 2. So we're gonna need to create some variables. So first things first, the change type, which is argument number 1. This is one of 2 things, either equip or unequip. Then we have the unit name, which is self-explanatory. So we know which unit the player is equipping or unequipping. Then I'm going to use a for loop. I'm going to say for comma v in pairs. I'm going to say player dot owned units get children. So all the children of that folder inside the player. Enter. You're going to say if v dot name is equal to unit name. Enter. You're then going to say if change type is equal to quotation marks equip, right? If it's equip, we're setting the value equal to true. But else if change type is equal to unequip, right? If it's unequipped, then we're doing the opposite. So v dot value is equal to false. Instead of here's how we'll know. Instead because we'll set the values to true when they equip it and set it to false when they unequip it, right? Then once you're done with that, we're finished with that event. We come down here. We got to make some adjustments, some add-ons to this statement here, so that we can send over the data, teleport data. So I just need to create a variable. So we're gonna get the HTTPS service, which I think this is the first video I've ever made where I actually used the HTTP service. Like I've used it before. This is the first video I've ever used it in. So I'm gonna say local HS for short. It's equal to game get service HTTP service. We need to use this to convert. I guess you could say kind of convert the we're pretty much using it to convert the table into a string, which I'll get into that in a second. Okay, so we want to go down here, right? And we have our first for loop, or wait, yeah. So we have our first for loop. So I actually changed this to I2 and V2 because I realized that this is I mean, it shouldn't create no issues, but still I just wanted to make sure. So just add 2 to all that, right? And then after that, after the if table.find, so we find the name of the table, we're then going to create a table. We're going to say local equipped units list is equal to special bracket team. That's how we create a table. So here's how we'll keep track of whatever units the player has equipped. So I'm going to create a third for I v in pairs loop. So for I3 v3 in pairs, you're going to say v2.owned units. You're going to say get children, close parentheses, enter, right? You're going to say if v3.value is equal to true. This is how we know that the unit is currently equipped. And enter, you're then going to enter the name of the table. So table.insert, you'll say equipped units list, comma v3.name, right? So that's how we know which unit is equipped. Then we're going to go down here and create a variable. We're going to say local sent data. This is the data we're trying to send. And then you're going to say hs data, or sorry, not data, JSON encode. And then you're going to put equipped units list. So pretty much as you can see, it just generates a string from a table. It literally just converts a table, because this is a table we created, into a string. So instead of it being like a list of things, like 1, 2, 3, it's just gonna put all of it in one string, and then we'll decode it on the script in the other place, which is gonna turn it back to a table. So we're converting it, and then we're gonna do the opposite. So encode, then decode, right? And then lastly, all we have to do is go down here, put a comma, and then throw sent data. And you guys see how it says string now, right? And then boom, that's all the modifications we had to make to to the server script. And then yeah, we are actually done here. Okay, so go ahead and make sure you publish everything, make sure you publish your work and stuff. So we are going to move to our second place. Now you guys should recall what I'm talking about. Remember how with the teleports and stuff, when we step on the part, it teleports you to another place. So we're gonna go to that place. So click view, click right here, open up the asset manager. You're gonna open up your second place, right? The first place is kind of considered the lobby and stuff. So this is like considered like, I don't know, you could say another map. And damn, I don't know, like that was bright, but anyway. So yeah, once this opens up, okay, there we go. All right, so this is my second place. So the first things first, I'm gonna create a very, and I mean a very basic track type of system, right? So we're gonna just take some parts. Let's go ahead and get to scaling. Okay, so let me scale it like this, go up, and then make it a little like this. Okay, so I'm gonna make this green. This is going to be our player gate. So pretty sure you guys understand what I'm doing here. Stuff, I'm creating like the little track for the NPCs. This would be our player gate by default. But can glide beyond by default? No, I want to say no, but it definitely needs to be anchored, right? And then I'm gonna create an actual track. So boom. Oh, didn't even do that. So I'm gonna put the right there. I'm going to drop it to the ground, and then yeah, something like that. And then I'm gonna do it like this, scale it, then go down like this. And then I'll duplicate it, Control D, and then I will rotate it. I think 90 should work. And then I'm gonna move it. Yeah, something like that. There we go. So yeah, then duplicate it again, Control D, and then we rotate it. 90. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring that over here, and boom. Okay, so now we've kind of made our little track area, right? Then I'm gonna duplicate the player gate, Control D, and then of course you're gonna put it at the opposite end. So boom, and then of course make this color red, and we're gonna rename this to enemy gate. These are where our enemy. This is where what's it called? This is where the enemies are gonna spawn at, while the friendlies spawn wherever we click, like to spawn them stuff with our mouse. So yeah, well, I mean, I guess you could make it they spawn at that gate if that's what you wanted to do, but it's up to y'all. But anyway, so we have our tracks built, right? But we need like kind of like barriers, like little wall type things to prevent them from trying to walk, like walk wherever they want to go. Like they need to only walk in certain, only need to walk on the track, I should say. So let me scale this. Let me go. So the way you could really do this, honestly, I honestly don't recall if like they just have flat out walls, or if they have like little walls. Like I'm not honestly, like I don't remember. I don't remember if they have like flat out walls that you could just see that just prevent them. Oh yeah, no, I think they do like this. They have the big walls and then they just make them invisible. That's what I'm gonna do, guys. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna duplicate this, Control D, right? And then I'm gonna rotate it. I forgot I could have just done that the whole time, but anyway. So yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do mine like this. Bring it over some more. Scale it down. Yeah, so something like that, right? I'm gonna do something like that. And then yeah. Then I'm gonna duplicate this again, Control D. You guys pretty much are just gonna continue to keep doing this until you've finished the entire track. That's really just it. Drag this over a little, boom, and then Control D, rotate it again, and then lastly we have this last part. And then let me just drag this all the way over here, boom, and then Control D. Let me just move this over, and then boom, just hit that, guys. Okay. So obviously, let me adjust this little. Now, obviously, I know the spacing and everything and measurements is not perfect. It's not meant to be, literally, because we're not even actually going to use this until the next video. But anyway, okay, so once you have all your walls and stuff, right, you can name them. You can really just name them all walls, honestly. But then we also want to make sure everything is transparent. Yeah, there we go. So transparency is 1. We just name it wall, just name them all walls, anchored, of course. And then you do want Can't Collide to be on for this. You do want Can't Collide to be on, right? Yeah, we could just have our walls like that, so they can't walk out. They can't just walk out. But anyway, we finished with that. Now let's go ahead and get on to some other prerequisites before we even get into the scripting. So first things first, go ahead and drop our mode events into replicated storage, rename set of mode event to core event. I'm trying to keep everything named the same as with the other ones so that people are just one, you could copy and paste, and two, I didn't really want to confuse people by adding a whole bunch of new stuff with new and different names. Then let's head over to server storage. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to create 2 folders. So our first folder, right? So our first folder is going to be called units. This is going to be our units folder. This is going to literally store the units, like what you're actually spawning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click avatar, rig builder, block avatar, and then I'm going to scale the rig down, because remember they're supposed to be like really tiny. So I'm gonna where's the, okay, there we go. Oh, actually I think that's actually, wait, is that actually how small they're meant to be? Or no, I think they're meant to be smaller than that. Yeah, so I'm gonna scale them down, so 0. Yes, something like that, honestly. So 0.3, right? So the whole point is you want to make sure they're named the exact same as how they're named. You recall if we go back over here, right? If we go back to our original place name, remember our table with the summon chances and all that, right? You want to make sure these names are the exact same. So I did realize right here I spelled helicopter wrong. I just don't feel like fixing it because then it might cause an issue with the data. So then I'll have to reset my data, then summon all of them again, and I just don't feel like doing all that. But yeah, so you just want to make sure you get all the proper names. So I just wanted to say that in case anybody was gonna point out the fact that I spelled it wrong. But yeah, they would just make sure they have the same names. I would recommend. I mean, doing the colors is really optional. Like you really don't have to and stuff. The only reason I really felt the need to really do the colors honestly is just because I really just wanted to like be able to look from afar and be able to tell the difference. So yeah. So if you duplicate that, Control D, and then you just want to keep. You honestly just want to keep going. We have attack, camera. Now I'm not obviously gonna do all 6. I'm just gonna do like 3. Actually, but yeah, I don't even feel like doing 3. I'm gonna just do 2. So yeah, I'm gonna just do 2. Then camera, helicopter. Then I'm gonna change the body colors to blue, 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 and blue. Okay. So once you have all of your units done, you're gonna just throw them inside of the units folder. And then when you're done with that, we're gonna insert another folder. And then you're gonna actually no, let's duplicate let's do this. Save ourselves some time. Control D. Duplicate the already created units folder. You're simply just gonna rename this to unit prices, and then as you can probably tell, this will be the price of each unit. So we can delete or we can save and put the name honestly. So we're gonna get the plus icon. You're gonna want to insert a number value. So the name of said value is going to be the name of the unit, and then the value will be the price. So here's how we'll keep up with this. So for example, attack helicopter, right? That helicopter, the price of purchasing that will be 40, right? And then duplicate this, Control D, and then for this it'll be 60, and then just remember Control C, Control V, the names. Then we'll delete because we obviously need that inside of unit prices. But yeah, so now we have our unit prices and our actual units that we're gonna spawn in, right? Now, we need to bring over the hotbar and stuff. So again, let's save ourselves some time. Let me just double check. Okay, I'm good. Let's save ourselves some time. Let's head on over back to our original place, get the core GUI, right? Now, what you want to do is this. When you get the core GUI, you want to copy, right click and copy or Control C. And then you want to paste it into the starter GUI. So paste it into, but obviously we don't need all this stuff. We don't want summons. We don't need all that. So you're just going to delete everything except the hotbar frame. Right, and then we're going to make one small change to this actually. So instead of it being the numbers, we're going to use the letters. And this is, or sorry, the words. And the reason that we're doing this is because I wanted it to be able to detect like the input and stuff for whenever a player presses the one key, the 2 key, like and stuff. So it'll make more sense when I get to local scripting. But yeah, so you're just gonna replace all these numbers with the actual word version of their numbers, if that makes sense. So yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have ourselves 5, right? Boom, 5, right? So boom, we've finished making all the adjustments to the hotbar frame. Now we can get into the actual scripting and stuff. We're done with all the other prerequisites. Let's open up starter player, insert a local script. You guys are another drill. So you want to name this core script, and then you want to see core script 2, then in parentheses the local script. Again, I don't want to confuse people, so I just want to give them the scripts different names so we can just tell the difference. But yeah, so then I got to create a lot. I actually need to create a lot of variables. So first things first, we have the teleport service. So local TPS is equal to game get service teleport service. Now the reason we're getting teleport service on the local script is actually because you can only retrieve teleport data on local scripts. You cannot retrieve it on the server side, so that's why we're gonna be retrieving it on the local script. Then let me get the user input service. So game get service equal to user input service. Then let me create a remote event for the core. Let me create a variable for the remote event. Equal to gain or replicated storage core event. Then create a variable for a local player is equal to game.players.local player. So then we can get our core GUI. So local core GUI is equal to player.player GUI. Wait for child. Okay, did not mean to do that. Wait for child core GUI. Right. Now we can get into the actual functions. So first things first, core event that on client events can event connect function, right? Close parentheses, or sorry, in put those parentheses, you're going to actually put event type. Now we do have one event type for the client side, which is going to be when the player joins the game. So pretty much when the player joins the game, we're just going to go through all of the values inside of the own units folder, and we're just gonna we're gonna go through them, and we're gonna see if any of those names match match to the names of the names sent over via the data when the player teleported and stuff. So that'll let us know, okay, the player had these units equipped and these are the units they need to have equipped at this moment in time. So yeah. First thing first, set up an if statement. You're gonna say if event type is equal to join, that'll be the name of the event, and enter, and then you're gonna create a variable. It's called received data and stuff. As the name implies, this is the data that has been sent over to to this place, so we're receiving it. So it's equal to TPS, and then you're gonna type in get local player teleport data, right? Then that's it. Then we're gonna create a table, so local unit table. We're gonna decode said data. So it's equal to HS. Oh, did I forget? Oh, I actually forgot that. We also need to get the HTTPS service, just like before. So local HS equal to game get service HTTP service, and then I'm gonna say HS decode JSON decode, and then you're gonna put the received data, right? And then I'm gonna set up 3 different for IV in pairs loops. First thing first, I'm gonna say for IV in pairs, and I'm going to say unit table enter. I'm gonna say for I2v2 in pairs. I'm gonna say player dot owned units, right? Get children. You guys should see where I'm going with this. This is just compare them to make sure, like, okay, if the names match, then that means the player had the unit equipped, and this is the unit they need to have equipped right now, right? So once we get that, then I'm gonna set up an if statement that says if v is equal to v2 dot name, then v2 dot value is equal to true. So we know it's equipped, and then we also need to make it so that the player can see it in our hotbar. So for I3, comma v3 in pairs, you're gonna say core GUI dot hotbar frame get children. Enter. You're then gonna say if v3 is a text label, we gotta make sure, right? Is a text label, and v3 dot text is equal to blank, nil, nothing, whatever, right? Then enter, and then you're gonna say oh, I forgot a quotation mark. It's equal to nothing, right? And then you're gonna oh, I forgot the percentage. I'm sorry guys, like I said, I am looking tired, not gonna lie. But anyway, yeah. So and v3 dot text is equal to blank, and then we're gonna say v3 dot text is equal to v2 dot name, because that's obviously the name of the unit. And then I'm gonna fire their mode event. Core event, fire server, quotation marks, put unit change, comma, equip. Wait. Oh wait, no. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot I had this on both because I was just like, yeah, wait, yeah. Isn't that how I did it? I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, no, wait. I actually don't need this. Yeah, I actually don't need that part. Why did I? I'm trying to remember why I honestly cannot remember as to why I included this part. Like, yeah, I shouldn't. Yeah, I forgot about the last line, but anyway. So name, right? And then we also need a break at the end. So break, and then boom. That's really it. I don't know why I forgot. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot to remove that part. But anyway, okay, moving on. We have our next function. So we're gonna set the user input service function up. So you're gonna say UIS input began connect function in parentheses put input test enter. You're then gonna say if input the user input type is equal to enum the user input type dot keyboard and not process, which just means player is not typing in chat. Then enter. You're then gonna say if core GUI that hotbar frame, find first child, quotation marks, you want to put unit, right? And then you're gonna say dot input. This is what I was talking about, guys. Input dot keycode dot name. It's gonna return the letter 1, 2, 3, or 4. Hence why we needed to change, change it from the number 1 to the word 1, right? So keycode dot name, and then quotation marks text label, right? And then we also what's it called? Oh yeah, that's actually later in the line. So yeah, once we've done all that, then you're gonna press enter. Then you're gonna use the for IV in pairs loop before I be in pairs. Then you're gonna say core GUI dot hotbar frame get children, and then we're gonna say enter, right? And then you're gonna say if v is a text label, right? If v is a text label, then v dot background color 3 is equal to color 3 dot new 0.23 comma 0.23 comma 0.23. That's to give it that default dark gray look. Then I'm gonna skip to ends, and I'm gonna say actually the same thing as before, so we really just copy and paste. So just do this, Control C, Control V, and then you're going to say dot background color 3 is equal to color 3 dot new 1 comma 1 comma 0. So the goal is just so that we know it's selected. So this pretty much will handle us selecting units and stuff. It'll turn all their background colors to gray, while the one we selected will be turned to yellow. Their background color will be turned to yellow so that we know, okay, they have it currently equipped. Now for actually placing it, right? And then, wait, I just realized, expected to close, god end. Did I give an extra end by mistake? Oh, my bad. Well, yeah, just remove an end if you also had an error. I must have forgot. But anyway, okay. So moving on to the next, we're gonna go up here and gonna say else if inputs dot user input type is equal to enum dot user input type dot mouse button one. This is when a player is trying to place down the units, mouse button and not processed enter, right? Then you're gonna use a for loop for IV pairs. Then I'm gonna say core GUI the hotbar frame get children enter. You're gonna say if v is a text label, if v is a text label, and v dot background color 3 is equal to color 3 dot new oh yeah 1 comma 1 0. Here's how we know that it's currently selected. So if background color is equal to that, then we'll fire the remote event for event fire server. In quotation marks, you're going to put place unit. That will be the name of the event. Then comma, and then you're going to send over, of course, the name of the unit as well as player's current position. So hit position, right? And then boom, just like that, guys, we are done with the local script. Now we can move on to the final script that we have to do, and then we'll be done. So let me go ahead and insert a server script into server script service. Rename the script to core script 2, and parentheses put server, right? So I'm then going to delete the print hello world. We got to create a couple of variables. So or actually I mean, I don't really need some of these since yeah I only need certain things. Okay, so I'm going to create a variable for the core data store, same thing as before. Core data store is equal to game get service data store service get data store quotation marks core data store. You guys already know the drill with data stores, you know, game settings. Now I don't know honestly if it turns off for places. I don't really know. But just make sure you know you have your data stores and you have your data stores on and everything. So yeah, I got my core data store, right? Then I'm gonna get the teleport service again. So TPS equal to game get service teleport service. Then I'm going to get the core remote events. Core event is equal to game the replicated storage right for child core event, right? Then I'm going to get into the first function. So great news is we can save ourselves some time, guys. Let's go back to our original server script, the first one, and then you're just going to copy and paste the first function. So just Control C, Control V, and just like that, guys, I just saved this literally 47. That's literally half the script. I just saved this time. You don't have to type all that, but yeah. So I'm then going to change some things. So instead of coins, it's going to be money, because you guys know coins is what you use to summon stuff. Money is what you actually use to, you know, purchase the units and like place them down and stuff. So it has to be a different value. So yeah, so money, so it's the same thing. Money, you just want to rename it to money, parent it to the leader stats. Again, I'm just leaving this as that so that I can give myself that much so that I can be able to spend it. But obviously by default, you'd want this to be like, you know, 0, right? Then of course we're going to delete this part because we don't need these parts. So boom, we can really delete those parts. And then you're gonna want to go all the way at the end. Remember what I said, guys, the joined remote event, the joined event. So you're gonna say core event fire client singular, then player comma quotation marks the joined event, right? So boom. Now we're on to 50, right? So now, that literally covered most of it. This is the last part. Okay, so let's create variables for our unit folders. So which is in server storage. So units is equal to game the server storage word for child units, and then unit prices, local unit prices, is equal to game.serve storage with a child unit prices, right? Then I'm gonna then I'm gonna set up the remote event, the like event portion of the server script. So core event on server events, connect function, in parentheses you're gonna put PLR to serve the player, comma event type, comma arg1, comma arg2, enter, right? Then I'm gonna say if event type is equal to quotation marks, you're gonna say place unit, right? And enter. And then you're going to create a variable for the unit name. So look at unit name is equal to arg1. Then you're going to create a variable for the mouse position, because remember we sent all this from the local script, so it's equal to argument number 2. Then I'm going to set up an if statement. I'm going to say if player dot leader stats dot money dot value, and make sure they have enough first, is greater than equal to unit prices, which is our folder into the server storage, regular brackets, then unit name. We're going to find the price tag for the unit, so dot value, enter, and then if they have enough, then we'll proceed. We'll subtract it, so copy and paste, and then you're just gonna say less than equal to actually yeah, money dot value is less than equal to, yeah. So they just change the greater than symbol to less than. And then lastly, let's clone over the unit. Let's create the unit. So unit is equal to units, regular bracket, unit name. You're gonna say clone, right? And then you're gonna say, so we're gonna do this differently. You're gonna say unit.parent is equal to parented to the workspace, and you're gonna say unit, move to, and then you're going to say mouse position. So this has to be done a little differently. I know usually I use pivot. Pivot is for C frames. Move is for positions, vector 3 coordinates. And also I usually set the C frame before I parent them and stuff. You can't do that. I actually didn't even know this before you could. I didn't know this before I made this and stuff. You have to actually parent something before you can set its position. You can set its C frame before you parent it, but you can't do the vice versa. But anyway, let's go ahead and test to make sure it works. As always, if you guys want access to any of my scripts and models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Link to either one of those options can be found in the description. I highly recommend you guys check those out. Okay. And I kind of just recalled something. Well, obviously our data store works as, you see the money and stuff, but, well, not the data store because it's not really loading anything. But anyway, so I kind of actually just remembered that we actually have to actually test this, an actual thing. So y'all give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. So y'all give me 1 second because I actually have to start this thing up once I find my place. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so I'm gonna make my screen visible in a second once it loads up. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to, I swear. Okay, there we go. I swear if it didn't, yeah, I did publish it. Okay. So yeah, so make sure you have some units equipped, of course. So I'm just gonna equip all the units and stuff, right? Then I'm gonna hop on the teleport pad, and then we're just going to wait a smooth 15 seconds. We're just gonna wait and see and stuff, right? So yeah, we have 7 seconds left, and then it should teleport us, and it'll probably take a few more seconds because it's it's not just teleporting, it's also first has to create the server, so it'll take a few more seconds. So just wait, boom, and there we go, it teleported us. Oh, there we go, we have all of our units and stuff. You guys see we have the track set up and everything, and then the walls are there, right? So boom, and then I can also select the units. You guys can see I can cycle through them. Then if I left click, now I just want to clarify something. Remember, you can only place a unit if you created it inside the unit folder. I only created 2, so I can only place down 2. Which one was, okay, yeah, camera helicopter was one of them, and attack helicopter. Okay, there we go. So yeah, there you go. We have our placement system now and stuff, right? Now obviously I have to make it so you can't. Okay, well anyway, so I'll have to make it so that you can't place them on like certain spots and stuff, like I think it's like you can't place them like too far away. I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like and subscribe and stuff. I'll for sure keep the series going as long as you guys continue to support the series, which you guys have been doing a great job of. If you enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like and subscribe and stuff. And thank you guys for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. If you find any bugs or anything, have any suggestions, leave them in the comments, and yeah, and I'll let you know about whatever it is you're commenting. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.